And good Saturday morning, Rumble. Good Saturday morning, Twitch. Good Saturday morning over there on X Live, where we're broadcasting, and we're here for another episode broadcast from this knucklehead here of the Let's Talk Football, USFL football, folks. And we've got week 4 coming up, I'm pretty excited about it. The season has been going really great. But I'm Rich Roberts. You can follow me over on X at Fireman Rich, and I just posted on a host of other ones. I'm up there on, let's see, where are we at? We're on Truth Social, Blue Skies, Instagram Threads, Gitter, Gab, private and public Facebook. On the public Facebook, it's The Real Fireman Rich. And we're in week 4 of USFL. I got my coffee here for the morning. Actually, my second cup, getting started. It looks like we have another dreary day starting out here, but we're off and running here as far as that goes. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the UFL football, because I'm excited about it. I've been watching it for the last 3 weeks now, and the play has been pretty good. A lot better than the last couple of years of the XFL and USFL, but they've combined them. Each one's a conference now, and it's combined into the United Football League, spring football. I'm sure with the amount of play that's been going on for this last week, or last 4 weeks, well, 3 weeks now, NFL has been watching real closely on some players, because there are some great players, some great quarterbacks, some great kickers. Jake Bates, God, he's the one that I wouldn't know diddly squat about him until saw him kick that his first field goal on week 1 to win the game. And still 64-footer, first field goal he kicked in a regular game since high school. He's just a regular place kicker, so he's big time. He's on the Michigan Panthers. So, and that's one of the things about this new league, that you have to learn the players. And the only way you're going to learn about the players is watch the players. So I'm not good on names. I'll be full disclosure on that. And as far as that goes, but we are learning, and we're enjoying. That's the whole part of sports, is to enjoy what's going on with the football and stuff like that. So let me see. Yeah, there's the ticker tape. I'm still getting used to the Rumble. We're on a new platform here. Well, it's not new. It's been around for a couple months now. The actual Rumble platform's been around for 3 years, but Rumble Studios, to where we're broadcasting from, into let's see, where we're broadcasting to. locals, Twitch, and X Live as far as that goes. And I think my workflow, I'm going to go ahead and just export it from, like I did before, from from Twitch over into YouTube as far as the replay, as far as that goes. The majority of the people that watch me when I do live stream are on Twitch and also here on Rumble, and I greatly appreciate that as far as taking a little bit of time just to look at this Knuckleheads song and dance and stuff like that. Nothing fancy, very simple, because I'm a simple individual. You see what you see is what you get. There's no fakeness about it or anything like that. I can tell you that for sure. I've been doing this for a number of years. That if as far as that goes, and I really enjoy doing this live stream. So this avenue, it's sort of a spur off of a broadcast that I was very humble and gracious to be on, and allowed to be on, I guess, from our good friend Tony D, who had when we had the regular football season. Tony D was there's his X card. That's where you can find him over on X. Tony Tone at 163, and he's the multi-broadcaster, brother veteran, good friend, and fellow broadcaster here. But he had a broadcast. It was in his second season, this last NFL season, where he'd come up on a Sunday before the games started for the NFL to go over, and we had a round table of talking. We had some really good, we had some really good discussions that enhanced the enjoyment of watching football. And so I milled around with the idea of this and figured Tony has his hands full. He's got I'm retired, so I'm at the luxury to where I can go ahead and do this bit where it's all for enjoyment and whatnot. But Tony D there, he did a good job on his second season. He's sticking straight to the NFL. So I just went ahead and we may get him up here. I don't know. We may. It depends on if he's busy or not. But I just want to give you the background of where this all spurred out about and stuff like that. That we're milling around with the idea, and I don't know, the folks I was talking to, they just didn't see, they went, I guess, give it a break for after the NFL. And let's see, we got Jim Figerty is rating with a party of 14. Jim Figerty, oh my God, my good friend Jim Figerty. Hello, Jim. And thank you for those raiders coming in on Liam's raid there. Jim, I got just mentioned, and I got a card for him too, matter of fact. He's a very good friend. He's coming in on the Twitch side. You won't see that here on Rumble, but Jim Figerty on Twitch, check him out. Is he live right? Yeah, he's live. He's live right now. He's doing a raid. Thank you, Jim. Greatly appreciate it. We have the folks. Let's see, Aussie Joanne. Hey, Aussie Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Good morning from southern tier of upstate New York. SM9. Hello. And let's see, Common, hey, hello, Fireman Rich in chat, and Laura, hey, Laura, how you doing from Norway? And Ben Theme, saying hello, and Jim Figerty, and no LM off. I'm not sure what that is. And Curtin, hello, Curtin, Flapper coming in from Lem. We're being rated on the Twitch side. And this isn't my normal broadcast, Lamb. This is a football broadcast. We got American football, that is. See you later to Jim Figerty and stuff like that. So thank you, Liam. He's over there in Ireland. He's a gentleman that has given me really good inspiration because he is more my senior. And then Lamb says, no such thing as American football. It's throw football. Okay, we call it that, but over there, I know Liam, he's really into the rugby and all that over there, and everybody's saying take care. I really appreciate the raid as we get our broadcast started here. This is a real surprise. Liam's got the folks. I thought about rating, but usually I only have like 2 or 3 folks and stuff like that. But I will one of these days, Liam. So no bother, Rich. Glad to have. Yeah, I appreciate it, really. I greatly appreciate Liam. You are an inspiration, my friend. You are great. Whatever, all good. Yeah, it is all good, sir. It's very good. I appreciate it very much. As we get, this is a positive. I usually say positive start to the day. Get a few more followers, man. Yeah, and hey, Big Juice 757 coming in on the Twitch side. How you doing? We just been rated by Lamb, Jim Figerty, who's not broadcasting right now. How long have you been on, Jim? You've probably been on for a couple. Okay, just signed off. Okay. That's one of the things when you broadcast, you got other broadcasters broadcasting, and they, especially over there on Twitch. Laura Lamb uses a patch on his shed earlier. Not sure what's going on. Oh, okay. So he's doing 4 hours and 10 minutes. He's hopefully I'll only be on for about an hour here to go over the today's games and stuff like that. So Cam is saying hello to Big Juice 757. That's Steve for those folks coming in with Jim Figerty, Liam's group, and Big Juice is out there in Ohio, and that's the excitement we have on the Twitch side. So I'm happy to be here on Rumble and be able to see that on the Rumble platform. That's the uniqueness. And Liam was working the shed dwellers. They had to get up and do his housework for him. Oh, okay. So he's keeping an eye on him. And Laura says, Fireman Rich, it was just a funny thing that he did. Oh, okay. We had some funnies. I'll have to try and catch that bit on the replay for him as far as that goes. But shed is long story. Oh, okay. Okay, Jim. Okay, Liam. It's a long story. I know the shed because for the folks watching here on Rumble and my Fireman Rich on Twitch, Liam has this view. He has a little box, a camera on him, but he has this view of the bird feeders and stuff like that. So that's great. So let's see. Okay, we're gonna get our. I really appreciate it, guys. Let's see. We are going to. Let me bring this. Let me bring the. Clear my throat here. There we go. Okay, let's see. And Lamb made tea bag necklace and. Out of an old tea bag a few days ago. Okay. And shed it. Ben Theme says, so he's doing the crafts instead of the music because for the folks here, Liam, he is a gifted musician and teacher. He taught music and stuff. So he does play. He's very knowledgeable on instrument play and song and stuff like that. And that's pretty neat. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got last week's games, and the third week we had some excitement as far as that goes. We had, let me see if I can bring up my window here of last week's scores. And Big Juice saying, hey, mate, to K-May. Okay, let's see. We bring this up. We'll share this. And let's see. Is that coming up? I don't know if that's going to come up now. Let's see. Oh, I know. I got to go to present mode. Okay, that's right. I keep on forgetting. See, it's getting used to the new where the buttons and okay, there we go. We're going in present mode. Here we go with last week's. Excuse me. Clear my throat here. God. Okay. Let's see. That should just say "Let's talk." Oh, I got to change the title here. Is that how I broadcast that out? Let's talk football. Yeah. Okay. So I just saw something in the title here for the show. Let me go ahead and correct that. You can see this isn't it's a flowing, but not a smooth flowing. Yeah, I got to get that out of there. That should be in there. Let's see. Let's go to edit. And that's one nice thing about Rumble Studios. I'm able to go ahead and I got to get. It's not checkout. It just lets out on the title. So we'll change that. Take care. Okay, Joanne. Thank you. And you're over there in Australia, and I need to go. Okay, no problem, Aussie. Joanne, thank you very much. I thank you for the raid, guys. And there's Tony D. Tony D's in the chat on the Twitch side. We just changed. I just had to update my title here. I think I screwed up the title. Did I do it on the? Let me see. I'm not sure if I did it on the. Yeah, I did do it on the. Let's see. I did do it on the. Let's see. Can I change it? No, I can't edit it there. I got to edit it on the actual thing here. Hang on for a minute. Channel. Okay, I brought it up on the big screen here. I got to check this out. Let's see. Edit. And I got to get rid of that. It's just let's talk. So we're just getting started here. Got rated by Liam, which I greatly appreciate. The Jim Figerty broadcast folks over there. And you got to cry. Yeah, Liam from Jim Figerty's group rated us, Tony. So good morning to you. And everybody's saying good morning, Tony. Tony D, we're just talking about you, how I got this broadcast going, and how you were doing the Belt Kings fantasy football as far as that goes. Let's see. Last week's games, we had the Defenders last Saturday. The Defenders winning against the Renegades. Renegades are 0-3. They'll be playing. Who are they going to be playing? Who's the Roughnecks, who are also 0-3. It will be the game of the losers, as I'm calling it. You're late, Tony. Showers were working this morning, and the real Tony Montana lads. This is this is American football, guys. You know, this is throw football. That's what Liam said. This is throw football. It's not the rough and tough rugby and European style soccer. Well, the rest of the world soccer, because they do play soccer down in South America, which is called football. But this is the North American football, okay? And the throw football. I like that, throw football. But the Defenders, they won last week against the Renegades, and then the second Saturday game was the Birmingham Stallions. They're 3-0. I know that's Tony D's team. He said that's the team that he's rooting for, and they are a returning champions, and they are well on their way to a good season. The last Sunday games, the Roughnecks, they lost to the Panthers, Michigan Panthers, which are starting to show they're capable of moving up the ladder. And then last week was a good one between the St. Louis Battlehawks and the San Antonio Brahmas. And full disclosure, I'll say this every game or every time I'm up broadcasting on the thing here that let's see, Big Juice, I'm off this weekend. Okay. But the St. Louis Battlehawks, they are my team. And they're playing, I think we'll go over who during the picks who's playing. Big Juice to Tony. Nice, Tony. You can wash the car. Let's see. Predicate. And Laura says, I know my knowledge is slim. Nah, you only know what you're exposed to, Laura. So hopefully if I talk enough about American throw football, as Liam said, you'll know about the regular football. And let's see, Tony. Oh, Tony, you're off. Oh, you're off this weekend. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that. And let's see. So the Battlehawks beat the Brahmas, and as far as that goes, so there was some good football, some very good football last week, and we're going to have some good football this week, as for week 4. Let me bring these back up. This is the games that we have slated for this weekend, and you can see that we have the Memphis today at 12:30. We're going to have the Memphis Showboats against the St. Louis Battlehawks. That's a game I will be watching at 12:30. And that's the reason starting doing this show on a Saturday, because there's games both Saturday and Sunday and stuff. I better stop. I don't know Tony that like that. Oh, what are you saying there, Big Juice? You talking about the shower? Knowledge is slim. Big Juice 757. Tony says lots of laughs. Real Tony Montana. To Lore, good show, mate. And Cams. So I appreciate you guys hanging out here. 12:30 on it'll be on ABC or ESPN. And St. Louis Battlehawks be interested to see how many people they get during a day game, because last week when they played, they had over 40,000 people in their stands. Matter of fact, on their stands, I'll show you what the stadium looks like. This is the St. Louis Battlehawks Stadium right back here. So they're the team I'm rooting for, full disclosure. But if they lose, that's okay, because a better team beat them and stuff like that. The Rock is UFL. Yeah, he's one of two, I guess, the owners, I believe, and stuff like that. So it's taken off very well, and as such. And let's see, we have our next game will be at 7. There's 2 games tonight, both at 7, both on Fox. So I don't know how they're going to work that. One's going to be on Fox, and one will be on their Fox Sports channel. But the first game listed here, DC Defenders against the Birmingham Stallions down in Birmingham. That's going to be a rough game for the DC Defenders. If the DC Defenders, if the DC Defenders win, that will be the upset this weekend. Okay. And then the second Saturday night game tonight is down there in San Antonio, the Michigan Panthers against the San Antonio Brahmas. So, and then tomorrow we have the game of the losers at 2:00 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, down there in Houston. It'll be on Fox Sports 1 channel, Fox Sports. Arlington Renegades, who are 0-3 against the Houston Roughnecks, as far as that goes. So all I got to say is that that might be an interesting game to watch, other than the Birmingham game, to see if there's an upset as far as that goes. So we'll see what happens. And let's see. Wow, we got 13 people on freaking Twitch. Oh, Tony, you're right. I don't normally look at the numbers. He made me look. I see the number. I'm going over. We got more on. We have just to give you an idea what the numbers. We have 7 over there on Rumble. Thank you very much here on Rumble. Give you a big thumbs up, double thumbs up. We got 1 person on Locals. We got 12 people on Twitch. That's because of thank you to Liam, the Jim Figerty raid. And what do we have on X? I forgot to bring up X. Let's see what we got over on X. We got to recognize the fans that are taking some of their time to come in here to see this knucklehead talk football, throw football. I like that, throw football. Let's see, Twitter or X. I still got it listed as Twitter. And that's the one drawback. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there we go. And we have 4 viewers over there on X Live. So I greatly appreciate that. And thank you very much. Let's see now. What's next on the list here as far as that goes? We've got 24 minutes and we're only a third of the way in. As a result of the end of week 3, we have let's see, let me turn this off. This is the standings right now after week 3. You got the Stallions in the USFL conference, 3-0. Then the Panthers, Michigan Panthers, they may give a run for the Stallions, and then the Showboats are third, and then Roughnecks are 0-3. Now in the XFL, Battlehawks are number 1 with 2-1, but the Brahmas, they're right behind them, but they lost last week, so they're at number 2 in the XFL conference. And then the Defenders are 2-1, and they're all 3 of those teams are very good teams, very good playing teams. And then the Renegades are 0-3. So that's what the standings are. As far as for the people that don't understand football, that's the stand. You understand standings as far as when they win a game, boom, you get a win on the win column there for in the standings as far as that goes. So let's see. I did have something here. Our USFL fantasy football rankings for week 4, as it's out of rotoballer.com. They have a thing here for week 4. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight end ranks and analysts. Week 4 of the USFL season is here this weekend. The week will feature 3 games on Saturday, which I just said, and 1 game on Sunday. And let's see, as far as the quarterbacks, week 3 was highlighted by an impressive performance from E.J. Perry of the Michigan Panthers. He had 30-plus fantasy points on the thing, and a tough day through the air from A.J. McCarron, who's of the St. Louis Battlehawks. He's the number 1 in the fantasy side, I guess you could say. I'm not participating in fantasy. I'm just looking at this because it gives some good analytics pertaining to the football play and league play as far as that goes. So let's see. Despite his poor start last week, A.J. McCarron of the St. Louis Battlehawks remains the top quarterback option for week 4 as St. Louis gears up to play Memphis defense that has surrendered the most passing yards. So McCarron's going to probably have a field day on the game today. He is a prime position to bounce back fantasy point wise. Adrian Martinez, another great quarterback. He's number 3 on the list for the Birmingham Stallions. Impressive week 3 should solidify the QB1 job in Birmingham because they go with 2 quarterbacks. There's some teams that will go with 2 quarterbacks, which you don't really see in the NFL, and it's a good combination. Although Matt Corral, the other quarterback for Birmingham, will be ready to step in if needed. Martinez has the highest calling out of any quarterback in the league, but be cautious playing him, given Birmingham's reluctant to stick to 1 quarterback. That's the thing. They bounce it back. So fantasy football-wise, you may be better off getting another quarterback than this quarterback because the fact that he's in and out and stuff like that. Luis Perez, who's number 2 on the list, along with Reed Sennett, and I don't see him. Oh, he's number 5 for the Houston Roughnecks. Could find themselves in a bit of a shootout this week. Arlington and Houston have allowed the most in the second point, so they're at the bottom of the barrel there for teams playing as far as that goes. Chase Gabers, he is number 4 for the Memphis Showboats, is on an injured reserve with Quintina Dorman in place to start for San Antonio this week. Yeah, he hurt his leg last week in the game. E.J. Perry is coming off a break-off performance, but beware of both quarterbacks in this week's matchup. San Antonio and Michigan have allowed the least and second least passing yardage through three games. Running backs in the UFL for fantasy football ranking. Numerous teams are now grappling with the decision regarding their primary tailback heading into week 4 because there's a lot of good running backs here. Battlehawks running back Matt Durant had an impressive outing back in week 2, but took a back seat to Jacob Sellers in week 3, who rushed 7 times for 62 yards against San Antonio, and he could be the main back again for week 4 for St. Louis, as he registered a touchdown on a 19-yard push in the 4th quarter. So let's see, what other quarterbacks we have? Houston Marks Thompson's could make an impressive season debut in week 4, which maybe helped the Roughnecks to a win. The tailback has been recovering from a knee injury. Ooh, that's not good. If he's recovering, he's coming back. All it takes is one hit in the game. If he is available, he will provide a big boost, which that's in the game of the losers between the Roughnecks and the Renegades. Birmingham's tailback, CJ Marble, had some company in the backfield in week 3 with Ricky Pearson Jr., who runs really good, rushing 8 times for 37 yards. Pearson Jr. also caught 2 passes for 39 yards and was targeted 3 times. Each back could be a significant fantasy football going into week 4. Wide receivers for the USFL. Week 3 most impressive showings were headlined by Arlington's Tyler Vaughn's on they lost the last 3 weeks, so he's getting the points, but the rest of the team's not stepping up. And let's see, Birmingham's Dion Kane, he was 7 catches for 144 yards last week, and reemerges of St. Louis Hackam Butler, who had 6 for 87 yards and a touchdown. So Dion Kane finds himself at the top of the list. Let's see, top of the list. Yeah, I'm looking at a list of like 29 running backs that are all good. That's the thing. They bring in new players and other players as far as that goes. Dion Kane finds himself on top of the list for the first time this season, and the Birmingham passing attack was tough to trust with the carousel of quarterbacks over the first 2 weeks. So that changes up the game when you especially with the receivers and the running backs. Our tight ends, let's see, coming out of the gate, it looks like Jack Sutherland would be the main tight end for the Battlehawks. However, he's only targeted 4 times in 3 weeks. But it's and the list of tight ends, there's like 10 good ones, just like with the quarterbacks. As anticipated, just a handful of tight ends have maintained consistency heading into week 4, and there's steadiness is likely to continue. The tight ends are a major factor here as far as that goes for the gameplay as far as that goes. And let's see. So that's the rundown for that. Let's see. Let's change that to that. And let's see. We got the overall. I'll put up this. Let's see if I can present this. Let's see. How am I going to work this? I guess I can work it this way. Okay. All right. We're going to go to. Let's see. What is this? This is going to be stats for the players, so you can see the overall players, like the one quarterback that is leading in passing with 97 attempts and 64 completions, 66% is Luis Perez of Arlington Renegades, but they're 0-3. So that's what's interesting. Let me see if I bring this up here now. Let's see. That's going to be present, and we're going to be bringing up player stats. Let's see. How does that show? Okay. Let's see. I may have to get my. I may have to shut my camera off because it's blocking some of the things. So let me take my camera off of this. There we go. Okay, that's better. As you can see, for the player stats, after 3 weeks, we have Luis Perez, the quarterback for the Arlington Renegades, is number 1, 60 cents. And it's interesting that if you look at this is why AJ McCarron, I think his percentage is 66, also 66.7%. You would figure he'd be number 1, but I don't know what's the one matrix. Maybe and he has more touchdowns. So it must be the average. Yeah, okay, they're going off the total average yardage. So that's a kicker. That's why he is ahead of him. Okay, I always want to look at it. But Luis Perez, a very good quarterback, but they're 0-3. They're not getting it done. They got to turn it around today, hopefully, against the Roughnecks. DC Defenders with Jordan Taramiu. He's a good quarterback. He can play. And then Aaron McCarron of the St. Louis Battlehawks, another good quarterback. Any one of these 3 could easily play in the NFL, as well as the rest of these players here, especially this guy, Adrian Martinez and Matt Corral. Those 2 guys, their combination on Birmingham is something to watch. I think they have a good thing going there. It's the one team in all the teams of the USFL that I think there's 1 or 2 other teams that do the 2 quarterback thing. But the Birmingham, they did this when they were just strictly in the XFL or USFL, as far as that goes. So those are the passing leaders. Our rushing leaders, oddly enough, you got Adrian Martinez of the Birmingham Stallions. He's a quarterback. He's got 161 yards. He's doing a lot of scrambling as far as that goes. And then you got Matt Durant. He's right behind CJ Marble. These are good quarterbacks. These 2 guys easily, like I said, the caliber play of all these players that I'm showing you right now is evident when you watch the game. And for those that are just strictly diehard NFL, I think if you watch a couple games, you'd really enjoy it. As far as that goes, it's not no rinky-dink league, as the saying goes. On our receiving end, here's our top receivers for the UFL receiving stats. You can see Darren. I talked about him from the Birmingham Stallions. He's got the best record right now. 9 catches for 240, or 13 catches for 240 total yards after 3 games. Then Michigan, and there's Arlington again. They got a receiver in the top, but they're 0-3. And like I said, the Arlington, they were the champions last year, the XFL. And they've got some players in the top, but you can see there's no Roughnecks. So the Roughnecks, they're sort of on the bottom. I don't know. I don't think they're going to. I just don't predict them at this point after 3 games. I'm safe to say I don't think they're going to make the playoffs unless they go on a spurt. Now the defense. This is where let's see. Let me see. Does Arlington show up? Okay, our Roughnecks, they show up in number 10. Rushing, they show up in number 7. Receiving is Zippo, and then defense, the Roughnecks, they show up number 9. So their stats aren't that great. And defense, San Antonio, they have the toughest defense, but they didn't hold back last week when the St. Louis Battlehawks beat them down there in San Antonio. Again, you got you see the number of tackles after 3 games. They're all averaging, except the one gentleman down here, player down for the DC Defenders. They've got like 20 plus tackles. Special teams, I don't know what special teams is. It's field goal attempts, maybe. Is Jake Bake in there? There he is. Jake Bates for the his longest field goal, 64 yards, and I think that almost supersedes the NFL. What is the longest? Let's see. What go to Google here. Longest field goal kicked in the NFL. 66 yards. So he's 2 yards short. It was Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens back in 2021. Field goal is 66-yard field goal, longest in NFL football history. It was blasted as the time was expired and gave the Ravens a 19-17 win over the Detroit Lions. So Jake Bates is 2 yards shy of that. When he kicked that 64-yarder, I can tell you for a fact, he had distance where he could have kicked it at 66 yards easily. 67. 68, he might have been hitting the top of the lower bar there as far as that goes. So there we have, and then scoring, overall scoring. These are the scores as far as the points. Let me get my so you can all see the total. Oh, back up here. Get that out of there and get my, shut down my camera here and there for a minute. There we go. So this is all off of the USFL web page, and then all-purpose, whatever that is. So, what happened there? We're not going to be right back. What the heck? Stand by, folks. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. I'm bouncing around all over the place here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let me just turn that off. I'll go right up there. Okay. And we'll be right. No, we're not going to be right back. That was a miss. I fat fingered the button, Tony. I got things set up in the background and stuff like that. Thank you for still being here, Tony. Let's see. What else do I got here? We got that was the players. The overall stats on this team. So let me bring this up. Let's see. Got to go there, and we go to present. Okay, what happened to my window there? I got to go to tabs. Okay, so this is going to be. Let me shut that tab down. Bring this up on the Chrome tabs. And this is the team stats. I think I already did that, didn't I? Let's do the. Did we just go over this? Okay, the other one was the players. This is the overall teams. Okay, this is what this is, the teams. So that's what this is. I think I can keep myself up on the. Okay, let's. As long as I don't get in the way. That's the thing. I don't want to get in the way. Okay, these are the team stats. So total offense, you got the Birmingham Stallions. They're number one with total yardage. And right behind. And then here's the thing. Arlington Renegades are number two, but they're 0-3. I think there was one game they could have won. And then number three, St. Louis Battlehawks are up there in the top three. And then all the way to the bottom, you can see the Roughnecks. They're, like I said, the Roughnecks, I think they're not going to be, you can write them off right now. If you're a Houston fan, I'm sorry. You know, they're just not, total passing. Here's another one, Arlington. They're right up there at the top, but they're not getting it down. They're 0-3. It's sort of it's a stat that I'm seeing that's off kilter in a manner of speaking. Birmingham's right up there, number two for most passing yardage. San Antonio and St. Louis Battlehawks are dropping down there. Houston Roughnecks, they do come up a little bit on the passing, but That's because of their quarterback. Rushing, again, Birmingham Stallions are getting it done. Right behind them is the Battlehawks. You got to have a good running game. And Michigan Panthers, they showed last week that they do have a running game. There's the Arlington Renegades, 0-3. But down in the bottom, we have the Houston Roughnecks. So you can see where I'm going at with mentioning the Houston Roughnecks. Total first downs, Birmingham Stallions at the top of the ladder. Arlington's right there at number 2, but they're 0-3. Battlehawks are right in the middle, and then Houston Roughnecks are down below. Conversions, Arlington's up there in that stat, but they're 0-3, and that's the thing that's out of whack. An 0-3 team shouldn't have be that high in some of these stats. Penalties now. You can see the two 0-3 teams are right in the middle. Birmingham's up there, but San Antonio, they're number 1 with the most. Michigan, surprising enough, they're very, very tame on the thing. Now, scoring, here's the scoring setup. Again, Arlington's right up there in the scoring, but other teams are beating them out as far as that goes. So let's see. What else do I got here? Those are the stats. Now we're going to go over what we got. USFL 2024. 5 things to watch for this week 4. The San Antonio Brahmas announced this week that breakout quarterback Chaz Gabers is heading to injury reserves with a wrist injury. Garber will miss at least the next 5 weeks, but could return for the season end. So that's trouble for the San Antonio team. The guy that's taken his spot, it's going to be interesting to see if the San Antonio can stay at the top of the pack. Through 3 games, Gabers completed 70.8% of his passes for 586 yards and a leading 6 touchdown passes and just 1 interception, leading the Brahmas to a 2-1 record this season so far. With Gabers out, Quintana Dormady is slated to get his first start of the season. And we had this problem in the NFL where the quarterbacks will get hurt and you come up with a replacement. Does a replacement meet the mustard? We'll see. But the Brahmas also signed Kevin Hogan to add depth to the quarterback room. So they got that's a backup quarterback. Let's see. He played with the first team throughout training camp, so we feel good about him going in, head coach Wade Phillips said, as far as that goes. Oh, okay. We got another raid. Game On Podcasts. Thank you, Game On. Oh, has rated this stream. How do you rate a stream on can you rate on it's a Rumble raid. Okay, good morning, Game. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Good morning. You can raid now? Fantasy Sports Corporation. Good morning. Santa Fe, good game. Where's this? Where can you raid? I don't see any raid. That's interesting. You for a Rumble raid, nice. Yeah, I that's a first, Tony. That's something Game, no problem. Having one. Where do you hey Game, how do you raid on Rumble? I don't see anything in the client here. Is that something new? Because I'm just started to use Rumble Studios as far as that goes. So that's why I asked the question. You have to put -raid, then the stream you want to raid. Oh, it's in the chat. Oh, that is so. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Thank you, Game. That's freaking outrageous. Okay, /raid, and then the stream. Okay. Very good. The URL. Okay. Oh, you got to put the URL. Okay, URL for the stream. URL. Okay, gotcha. Oh, that is so cool. Yes, it's new. That is so cool. What's good, peeps? Thank you very much. Fantasy Sport Corporation. We were all watching game on, and then sent us to your channel. Oh, thank you very much. This is a second raid. I had a raid over on Twitch because I'm broadcasting also on Twitch. So this is all something new. This is very, and I'm glad that my good friend Tony D is in the chat. He has a football broadcast that he does over on Twitch. I think he's going to be doing his third season. He'll be doing it here on Rumble for the NFL. I just picked it up to do the UFL because, but he's taking sort of a break, I guess, from it. So what kind of sports are we? We're talking UFL, fantasy sports, United Football League, the games that are going on today. I'm just going over what happened last week, what we're doing today, and Fantasy Sport Corporation. What's up, Tony? Welcome. Let me, oh, you can't follow. Oh, can you follow? Let me see. Okay, I just followed you, Fantasy Sports. I'm just at your page here. Let me give you a little love back there, Fantasy Sport. Hang on for a minute. Stand by. Let's see. We got this is there we go. There's Fantasy Sport. He is the one that's rating us on his channel with his followers, the people that are watching him. This is his page over here on Rumble, Fantasy Sport Corporation, 121 followers. It looks like he's I just followed you. Fantasy Sport Corporation. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. You're sending the love. So let's see. Smoke the spread Saturday. It's 4:20. Okay, what are we talking? It's Hump Day with okay. You got an interesting page here. I want a thumbs up. I like your logo. There. Just follow. Yeah, and Tony just followed. We dem boats. We are a showboats fan. Oh, you're the show. Okay, you're down there in Tennessee then. Okay, that's cool. That is so cool. Oh man, this is interesting. We got some interaction on the Rumble. What's up, Tony? Welcome to the community. Tony's been here. He's new to the Rumble Studios also, Fantasy Sports, and game. Oh, at Game Podcast. Oh, he braided me. Oh, let me go back here. Let me. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Game Podcaster. Let me bring this back up. Hang on. Okay, I'm following Gamepad. Okay, hang on. Let me. I stand corrected. So we got. Oh, let's see. I love this raid aspect. This is so freaking cool. Okay, here's this is the Game on Podcast rated us. I'm sorry, I got caught up in the raid hoopla. So this is Game on Podcast's page. Thank you very much for the raid. I greatly appreciate it. And yep, I see. Okay, you're talking about the Final Four. Oh, that's cool. I just gave you a follow, so greatly appreciate it. Follow Game on Podcast there, folks. And this is being broadcast again on X Live and over there on Twitch and on my locals, as far as that goes. So that's fantastic. I'm feeling the Rumble love. That's cool. We dem boats. Okay, you like the show boats. Okay. Getting back to my 5 things. Was that one? Oh, one. Here's the 5 things, though. A return for the Roughnecks running back Mark Thompson. We'll see how he plays. He's back on the field this week and excited after it was he's excited to be back. Stallions still committed to 2 quarterbacks, so that's number 2. Number 3, Battle of Winless Renegades and Roughnecks on Sunday. That's the winner of the Battle of the Losers. And number 4 is Carl Davis strikes early, claims to UFL Defensive Player of the Year. He's a really good defensive player. And then number 5, a homecoming for Defenders head coach Reggie Barlow, as far as that goes. And let's see, got them both. You got them both? Okay. Pause. Lots of laugh. Yeah, okay, I got to pause. I'm just trying to finish up my thing here. That is so cool to have a raid on Rumble. That's my first raid there, as far as that goes. Game on podcast. Thank you very much. No problem. Have a wonderful weekend. Yes, you sure can. Okay. That's fantastic that you can raid. You can raid on Rumble. I like that. That is so freaking cool. I appreciate it. We'll have to check. I'm gonna have to see how we can work that in and do return the favor here. If anything, I'll be showing up on your broadcast here. I follow you, so I'll be popping in as far as that goes. Let's see. How long we've been on here for? About 50. Let's go over my picks. Let's see who I'm gonna pick. Let's see. Let me get this set up. Okay, this is going to be my picks. Let's see, my week 4 picks. The first game, Memphis Showboats. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go. St. Louis is my team, so St. Louis Battlehawks are the team that I'm going to be picking to win against the Memphis, and that's in St. Louis, so that place will be rocking. The 2 tonight games, Birmingham and Defenders. I'm going to go with the upset. I know Tony D, you're a Birmingham Stallions fan, so but I'm going to go for the upset. I want to see an upset, even though I think Birmingham's going to win that game. Michigan Panthers against San Antonio. San Antonio had a rough loss, and so did the Michigan Panthers. But I like the Michigan Panthers. I like Jake Bates, the kicker there, so I'm picking the Panthers to win. And then the winner of the losers, I don't know. I'm going to throw some love to the Houston Roughnecks, though I think Arlington's going to win that game. They're at home. Hopefully they'll win. They got to get their act together. So those are my picks for this weekend's games, folks. Okay. So there we have it as far as that goes. And we're at an hour. Let's see. And we got the show in. That's it. It's an hour show. We got an hour in. Tony, do you want to come up for some ending comments or anything like that? Seeing that you're off. Usually, I'm so used to you working on the weekend and stuff like that. Fantasy Sports Corporation, we were all watching the game, and then he sent us to your channel. Oh, okay. I'm catching up on the things here. Oh, you said sure? Okay, let me send you the link here. And the thing is, Fantasy Sports and who's the other guy? Game on podcast. I apologize. I should have been. The comments were coming in, so I would bring them up here on the thing here. Let's see. Let me send you the link here, Tony. Hang on for a minute. Let's see. We're going to bring Tony D up here because I want to get his opinion of this raid bit that we're just finding out about. Stand by, Tony. I'll DM you. I don't know. Maybe you can try the. I don't know if you still have the link in the. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I still got. I wonder if the link's the same. No, it looks like the link is different. So we're going to bring Tony D up. Let me get rid of some of this shit up on the. We'll finish up with Tony D here. And we're waiting for Tony D to come up. Oh, there's Tony. Waiting for Tony to come up. Participant. And I'm waiting for your camera, Tony. Oh, I hear some noise. I hear noise.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
Why won't you go to the other camera is my question. Disconnect. Here we go. Disconnect. Jesus Christ. Just trying to go to my other camera.
No problem. We got you on. We got you on audio. You got Jason. I hear Jason in the background.
Yeah, he's in the background. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Jason.
Say hi. Let me drop down and come back in. Let me try something.
Okay, no problem. You got the link, my friend. Yeah, Tony D will be coming up here. We'll get. I got my show in, so but if Tony's available, he's more than welcome to come up. He has an open invitation and stuff like that. He says I really appreciate it. We've been okay.
Oh God, why is it doing this?
I wonder if this is the same thing that Bernie Dole had. He had an issue with it. It's just not connecting.
Yeah, you know what it is? If you got more than one device connected, it'll go to, like, I guess, the primary device you had originally.
Right.
I'm thinking that's what it's doing because it will not switch over.
Okay, I had myself. Yeah, let me kick.
You went through this that one time too. I do remember that.
Yeah, let me kick. I just took myself off. Okay.
You could disconnect this by.
And I have it on auto. Before with Bernie, I had it on duo, but I think it's good just to put it on auto because auto will do two folks.
Yeah, I'm here though, man. What's going on? How you doing?
We're doing good, Tony. We're doing fantastic. I want to say thank you for being in the broadcast, and I guess we got a little surprise that we seen our first raid here on Rumble.
Yeah, and don't forget my background. I got my son by me with my iPad, so if it's too loud.
Yeah, that's no problem. We got you. I just appreciate you coming up. We can talk to you a few and stuff like that, and just get my day started here with the gameplay. As far as I'm looking forward to the games this weekend, especially. Well, you're Birmingham. You like Birmingham. You watched them play, right?
They're going to be the closest one to me.
Right.
Resume continuity by lock in. I'm trying to turn the camera on. My apologies.
Okay, no, do what you got to do. That's fine. That's fine. I got the football stuff in now.
Jason, go to bed and get my plug, please. Get my cord for me. Get my cord.
Okay.
Thank you. As far as the games, big ups to everybody who came through for the raid because that was dope. I didn't know you can do a raid on Rumble either.
Yeah,
but that was pretty good. You got a raid on Twitch and Rumble. You showing off, man. I'm proud of you.
I'm just being me. I'm just a simple guy. You know that, Tony. If anything, you know me as far as that goes. So I appreciate that. It just tickles me. Liam, it surprised me. He went. I think it was just before he brought in his army there, 14. It's like holy crap.
Right.
Look at it. It's like
we taking all commentators, just no nonsense. Period. Not in the story.
Yeah. So it's all good. It's all part of the fun of being here and stuff like that. So
right.
And stuff. But I'm just the thing is, I think of it. I thought I saw on a YouTube I was watching about Rumble Studio that they were going to do something with a raid and I guess like it said, the corporate sports corporation or whatever the guy's name, they had some pretty good. The web pages I brought up, they're pretty vested in the Rumble here and stuff like that. It looks like for a couple of years.
It's a new platform with less restrictions. People want that. We don't mind.
Yeah, for the get-go. Yeah,
there's some things we want to do, and I think a lot of people got to understand something about some of us who are up here broadcasting. We're not here to do any drama. We're trying to do what everybody else is doing on as many platforms as possible. At least a couple of us are.
Yeah.
So I don't want anybody thinking anything negative or crazy. But we also got to learn the rules too. So some of the rules we're not proficient on, and God knows there are a ton of them out there. So we just got to play it by ear. No disrespect to anybody out there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. As far as the doing things and stuff like that, and being respectful, and not go overboard on other things and stuff like that, taking them out of context and whatnot. So as far as that goes, is some of the things I see I have to laugh at, and I shake my head. We've talked about this before and stuff like that, and it still applies and stuff like that. We have people. We're just regular broadcasters. We're not. It's not like we're network news or anything like that. We're just having fun. We give voicing our opinions and stuff like that, and you take it for what it is. But any more than that, you make it any more than what it actually is. That's on those individuals. They're just they're not looking in the mirror. And I look in the mirror every morning. I keep things simple. I do get excited, and I'm excited about, and you know this too. I'm excited about Rumble Studios on what it brings to the table, and it does bring a lot. Some other people take them a while to catch on, but I think you saw right out of the gate what the potential of this Rumble Studios is, and
it was similar to what we were looking for. And
exactly, yeah. I think when everybody was still over on for the folks here on Rumble and Twitch, we used to be on Haps. And which I thought was a fairly good platform until it became apparent where they were going with it. But that being said, when everybody was on Haps, Tony and I were looking at Vocal, and this is almost the structure of this is almost like Vocal in a sense, and I think that's we're excited because Vocal had the potential, but they were working out too many kinks, I guess that a lot of people didn't like doing. I like fiddling around with things and stuff like that. And I'm very excited about this platform because it's so seamless as far as getting on and as far as doing things. And I'm enjoying it as far as that goes. And other people are just, they don't want to explore new horizons. And we haven't had anything new since Haps dropped. Oh, well, Restream, StreamYards, people are using that, which is fantastic. But you can't you got to look at, there's other things out there too. And there's people that are going to go to them, be gravitated to them. And I think once people see the benefit of this, if they want to come and Rumble, a lot of people just trying to understand basic Rumble, which has been here for a couple years now.
Yeah, Rumble's been here for a minute. I will say this. We're looking for something similar to what Haps gave us. And this has been the closest. With the same bit.
And you know that more than I do because I mean you really had us glued together as a group over in Haps and stuff like that.
I tried to, man. They brought me in. I just tried to keep us together. That's all it really was. Some people want to drift, and that's fine. And I actually talked about that last week. I gotta let people be instead of trying to keep together what we had before for those of us. And I gotta also realize how many of us were actually broadcasting over people just being around folks. There is a difference. I have to realize that, and I try to keep all of us together. I just got to let folks be themselves.
Okay,
I really do. I meant to. What was it? For those who don't know, what we had on Haps was the ability to multi-stream for free. We've done the paid platforms. There are other platforms that are just as available that you have to pay for. This is the first one that showed the same similarities for free, if you will. Now, I also want to throw this out there, Rich, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
What Haps did, and I'm looking back now, they changed with the times. We weren't able to accept it. The landscape, the portrait is what a lot of the platforms are doing. That's what they did. We got mad because we didn't know any better. We didn't understand it. We got used to one way.
That's when TikTok was coming out too.
TikTok was coming out, and if you look at some of the new apps that are coming out there, they're all doing portrait. Quite frankly, any and everybody who complained about Haps needs their ass whipped because all they did was.
And I'm one of those. I was probably the biggest complainer of that, Tony. I'll
be a complainer because they were going toe with TikTok, and you had a couple of issues with TikTok. I got that part, but the landscape, the portrait was messing up a lot of people who were making money from landscape a landscape platform. I watched the replay, and let me know if I go too far. But
no, you got an open Tony. You know me. You got an open.
But you started off on football. I was going to tell you in this one.
No. We're done with the fun. This is just extra stuff. It's like it's all.
I watched the replay of Bathurst did. It was me, him, and Space Gal and Chris Wiegand, and we were talking about the change. It was about 2 years ago. Everything that we said back then, you got to watch. I can't harp on this enough. We got to watch some of the replays we did on Haps. Look at what we were talking about.
Oh,
we had some outstanding conversations, not just messing with people, not just antagonizing folks, but we were covering what was going on, talking about what was happening. Bathurst was really on to a lot of things. People have complaints and issues. Space Cat was talking about how the way she does her show, she needed landscape, and that's what was pissing her off. I think Randy was the same way. Everybody talks about Randy Horton and his broadcast, how big he was and what he was doing. And a lot of people got upset about it. But portrait, you got to look at Instagram. Instagram went portrait. TikTok is portrait. There's an app called Bring the Noise for those of us who are hip hop fans. Their portrait. All of the platforms will go into portrait. Apps didn't do nothing but try to keep up with the times. I think we actually complained them the hell away. So if you were tired of a platform, or if you're tired of what they had, and if you miss what they had, I want you to look at what you were mad about. You were mad about what you couldn't do that you were used to doing, and I understand that fully, but we also got to acknowledge what's coming and how places that we enjoy being are adapting to it and letting us know this is what's about to be. If you enjoy yourself here, we're going to make sure we can compete with the best ones out there so you don't lose what you have. It's just another aspect of it.
Right.
That's all of it. It's appreciated. Yeah.
No, because like I said, I make no bones about it. I complained about it, and I laughed. I always bring up Joe Burke. He was really mad because the artist community there.
Good Lord, you got my whole Twitter email section up there. Good God Almighty.
No, you're not up here picture wise, so I'm going to put you up to let people know who I'm talking to. I'm
my messages is up. Take those messages down. No, I don't want everybody's business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh shit! God. Damn
it, Rich.
Thank you.
There you go. Yeah,
I didn't realize that. I did that before yesterday but Tony D here for the folks that are watching. Like I said, my brother veteran, good friend and fellow broadcaster here. He's telling it like it is and stuff, because I was a big complainer, and I can say that because I look in the mirror every morning that maybe I complain too much. And there's some other aspects on that platform that I don't try and do anymore because it's counterproductive, and that's get too involved in how other people should act and stuff like that. You either act good or you act bad. And I remember
know how to act or you don't. Damn it, we're all up in here global. And how do you want the world to see you with your crazy ass?
Exactly. Yeah. But no, I thought Haps. I always had this statement that I said Haps could always go from good to great, because I thought they were good. They could go great, and it looked like they were working at that. But then it became apparent they were starting to slide, and then they went to I tried to make an attempt to use the portrait on, and it was some of my last broadcasts as far as proportionate and stuff like that. Somewhat what Michael Bathurst is doing right now with his. But he's into the AI music now and stuff like that, and that's the thing.
Talk to him about that. I got to holler at him about that.
Why is that? You don't like it, or?
I don't know about it yet. I think it's same here. It's definitely creative. I just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, because I saw
he said we got to do a broadcast one day. We're gonna see if he was available.
Yeah, it's just he did a broadcast yesterday, and I was watching the part where he was explaining it, which is cool because he's showing us a new aspect that's out there.
He shows you how to do it. Absolutely.
But he put a shout out in the vocals, and it came out, and I said, "Man, that sounds pretty cool." It's scary though.
It's a little scary, exactly.
Yeah, but so it's all good. You always have to remember the path you travel, and Haps is one of those paths that we travel together and stuff. And it's made me a better broadcaster. So I really can't. If Haps was still around, I'd still be on it. I think we all would be. Even if they stayed portrait, I think a bunch of us would still be on that to a certain aspect, as far as that goes. But even then, you're always looking, well, what's a new thing that's coming out and stuff like that, because it was a long drawn. Well, I didn't really catch on the Periscope that quickly as far as that goes. I think that's when Haps came around and they had the portrait, because even when Periscope, it was strictly. Well, I think you could do landscape.
No, Periscope was portrait.
Yeah. So it just. But I'm just excited about the Rumble Studios here, and I'm glad you were here to see the raid, so I don't have to bug you in the middle of the night.
Yeah. No, you all right. You all right.
Yeah, I know. I'm your big little brother. What would I say? I'm your
gracious.
you keep me leveled there as far as this. I get excited
Well,
as like a kid.
it's all about teamwork. You show me what's
Yeah,
up. We'll just try to work it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So what's your plans for today? You going to be going out somewhere with Jason today?
I'm trying to take it easy. I gotta see what he's gonna do. I'm gonna clean up some things. I gotta.
Yeah.
Yesterday hurt. Yesterday hurt. It was a long day, so I actually kind of went to bed early. He fell out too after I picked him up. So we're gonna see how today goes.
Yeah, I don't know about the football games because on the basketball game side, we got the Knicks and Knicks and Sixers tonight.
Listen, the Knicks are in the playoffs. I'm celebrating.
Yeah. That I hope they got the first game tonight. Is it? Yeah, it's tonight, I believe. Yeah, and then Celtics play their first game tomorrow. Whoever won last time. Let me check the scores. As a matter of fact, I haven't checked that. Let me check the box scores here.
Go for it.
Real quick. Let's see. NBA, because the Celtics were waiting who won last night, and it looks like the Heat beat the Bulls and the Pelicans beat the Kings. So Celtics play at 6 tonight. Or no, the Knicks play the 76ers at 6 o'clock tonight, and then tomorrow the Celtics will play the Heat. At 7. That's going to be a good game. Mm-hmm. And then Butler's looking good.
Who? Jimmy Butler? Well, Jimmy Butler's out for the.
Oh, is he out?
Yeah, he hurt himself. He got an MCL injury, so they don't know if he's.
Who's the other guy? The little white guy there that.
On which team?
The Heat.
I have to look. I didn't watch.
They're the guy they were highlighting and stuff. That's why Butler's out. Okay, I think he took. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Butler was out. I know Julius Randle was hurt for the Knicks, so it's almost every game matters, and any game that can be out to me.
Yeah.
I did see that the Heat did beat the Kings just there without Jimmy Butler, which is big for the Heat in my opinion. I know the Heat want to go back because they were there last year. Weren't they there last? Yeah, they was there. They got beat by Denver, I believe.
Who's that?
The Miami Heat. Denver beat them in the finals last year, I believe it was Denver.
Oh, last year. Yeah. So, let's see. The game 1, we got Magic and Cavaliers, Suns and Timberwolves, Sixers and Knicks, Lakers and Nuggets. That should be a good game. And then Sunday you have the Heat and Celtics, Mavericks, Clippers, Pacers, Bucks, Pelicans, and Thunder. And who was saying about the Thunder? I think I had was it? Yeah, Ted Hicks was when I had him up here last Friday. He was saying, "Watch the Thunder." Or is that Oklahoma? Did you say about Oklahoma? Yeah, it was Oklahoma team.
That's because of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a beast. He's been a beast.
Yeah, okay.
He's finally getting his shine, in my opinion. So big ups to him, definitely.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool and stuff. So. All right, you going to be up later then, or what?
I'll be up for a minute. I might run something for a little bit just to test these platforms. I'm just going to do a little.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do
some music. Each. I might try and run of each. I might run an Ed Mux, a Rumble, a Flute, and I might run one of each real quick, about 5 or 10 minutes. Just do some shit. Okay.
If you want me to come up, I'm available. Just send me I'll have my phone. I'll have my phone turned up so I can hear the text.
Nah, you're right.
I'm not good on notifications, I guess you could say.
You need to go get you some breakfast. I can tell already.
No, I already had my breakfast. I showered. I got my breakfast before this broadcast and stuff. As far as to get that done, so I'm just kicking back, doing a few things here at the desk and stuff, and just sort of relaxing and stuff like that. And the sun's starting to come out. Oh, that's good. I don't know what the weather. That's one thing I didn't look at. Was the weather this morning. So
right.
All right, Tony. Thank you very much, my friend.
Not a problem, man. I appreciate you. I gotta figure out what's going on with this camera.
Oh, thank you. You like I always say, open invitation always, my friend.
To you as well. I appreciate it. Big ups to everybody in the chat. Big ups to everybody who came through. Check my man, Fine Man Rich out, man. Y'all check us out. We tend to broadcast every now and then, individually and together. Appreciate all of y'all. We will try to follow you all back. Let's get our numbers up. Let's get our audience up so we can all get our money up together.
We go.
Definitely.
There we go. All right, Tony. Thank you very much, sir. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Ciao for now. And that was like I said, Tony D. It's always always have to take time out for Tony. I've known Tony for a couple years now. Well, the years over in Haps, and then the years since Haps. It's been 2 years, so I've known Tony for close to 4 years now. And it's always good. It's always fun. That's what's part of doing this broadcast as far as that goes. But we're going to go ahead and exit. I want to say thank you again, Tony. Thank you for everybody in the chat. As far as thank you, Lamb, and the Jim Figerty raid. I appreciate that. As far as that goes, that has been tremendous. As far as that goes, I greatly appreciate it. And let's see. I'm going to say thank you again to the crew there for Lamb, Jim Figerty's raid. And I want to say thank you very much for my very first Rumble raid from, let's see, where is it at? Where's it at? I'm going down from Game on Podcast. He rated here with Fantasy Sport Corporation and Cell Free and a bunch of other people. Thank you very much for those folks there. Thank you, Tony D, for being here again. My brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Greatly appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to the folks over on Rumble for being here. Big Juice, who was in the chat there on the Twitch side. Thank you very much. And you all have a great weekend. This is Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X. You can also follow me at Fireman Rich on Truth Social, Blue Skies, Instagram Threads, and I'm on the public Facebook, The Real Fireman Rich. You all have a great one. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. You have a great one.